Hey, welcome back. So the last video I told you a little bit about the myths that we fool ourselves with to thinking about why people don't buy our products. And we went through price, audience, mechanism, and topic. And if you haven't done it, if you haven't looked at it, there's a hyperlink down below about how to get back to this one so you understand all those things. Let's talk about the real reason why people don't buy from us. Now, so there's 7 things that we need to iron out. Now, the great thing about this is once you know these 7 things, you can sell on anything, right? So I have people selling on summits. I have people who buy stage time. I buy stage time. I have people selling on webinars. I have people selling just in a room of networking. And it's not because they're any special. It's because they've ironed out these 7 things that we need to iron out before we sell, okay? So let's go through these 7, and it's actually more like 4, but I'm gonna show you the reason why I'm wonky. So number 1 is, whatever you're selling, we have to understand and have a really clear outline of what's called the transformation. The transformation is huge, okay? So at the end of your course, at the end of your service, at the end of the product, whatever it is, what is going to be the difference in somebody's life? And if we don't know that, we say a lot more of this or a lot less of this, or we need to have a clear transformation. That's where 99% of people fail, okay? Number 2 is going to be one of my things, which is future pacing and what's called new possibility, okay? So I'm putting these together, and essentially the future pacing is the ability for them to see the transformation. So can you imagine what it would be like to be 30 pounds lighter if you sell that, right? Can you imagine what it would be like to have clarity in your day? Can you imagine what it would be like to have twice the productivity, okay? So that's a little bit about future pacing. The new possibility is basically introducing an idea that they've never had before. So let's talk about the double productivity, right? And this could be anything, right? Getting double the productivity by being more organized. That's probably where most of your minds went. But there's other things too, right? Can you imagine double your productivity by getting more sleep? Can you imagine doubling your productivity by aligning the tasks together with your soul? Like, there's so many different things. So again, this is the thing that they've never considered before. What's life like? That's future pacing, okay? Number 3 is going to be your product description. I can't tell you the number of people who go through when they try to sell this thing and they don't have this lockdown. So it can be as simple as things like, is it on Zoom? Is it a group program? Is it done live? How many weeks is it? If it's a number of weeks, what's the price point? Is there a payment plan? All of these things we need to have ironed out. Not only that, but you need to have an idea in your head about what people will actually accomplish and what the modules are, okay? We need to have that in our mind. And by the way, what people will accomplish is actually different from the transformation. So these are things that are really pragmatic. So for example, in my program, they actually get the message that works. They actually figure out a gift that, a product that can actually sell. They can figure out what their gift is in marketing. We're gonna write their welcome series. Like, there's so many different things. That's what you're actually going to accomplish. Where the transformation for me is simply have a business built around your genius that actually brings in real money, okay? Number 4 is going to be and by the way, keep in mind that I work with a lot of online coaches and healers who want to convert en masse, okay, doing group programs. So one thing that's dear to my heart is what's called your bonus stack. So a bonus stack really is going to be what you're selling as well as anything that you're including as well. It's one of the ways that we build in some kind of, it's the right time to buy, right? Kind of that scarcity mentality in the workshop, whatever the bonus stack is. And we need to know this pretty much off by heart, okay? So a lot of the times this isn't done right. In fact, if we don't do it right, it actually detracts from our sales. So it's something to really keep in mind, okay? Number 5, 6, and 7 are all the same. They're the things that I'm gonna call them the 3 points, okay? If you've worked with me before, you'll call it the 3 W's, but basically the 3 points that you're actually teaching. They need to be the right point in order to persuade them to come over, okay? So typically, and the 3 points should be, you should teach whatever is true so that they can achieve the transformation. So if you want a real business, right? One of the things I teach them is you can't have a real business without a real message. You can't have a real business that's built around someone else's gift. You have to build it around your gift. Things like this. So let's go through this again just one more time, okay? The real reason why people don't buy is because you haven't sorted out one of these 7 things. So sort them out in your own business. Number 1, you need to understand the transformation, what the people are like before, what people are like afterwards. And if you can get this in a line or 2, that's even better. Okay, number 2, future pacing. So again, what's life like once the transformation occurs, and What's the new vehicle to take them there? Number 3, product description. Iron it out, write it down in dot point if you need. Number 4, your bonus stack. What do you include to entice people to buy? And number 5, 6, and 7 are the 3 points that you teach in the webinar, the masterclass. Now, again, one of the things to understand here is the minute you get all of these things, the great news is you can sell on anything, right? You can sell on a summit, you can sell on a webinar, whatever it is you can sell on, because it doesn't really change. So networking events, things like that, those are amazing things. All right, my friends? So again, if you found this valuable, please like, please subscribe, please comment, please let me know what you learned. It makes such a big difference for us, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. All right, my friends? Next week, we'll talk to you soon.